I'm Miss Takira.
Hello.
I am going to try this one more time for those that may be viewing this. We had some technical difficulties earlier, so I'm going to try this one more time because I want to. Let's see whether this works. Okay, it did not, so let's do this. A little different than what we did the last couple of days, but it's still going to be a day of rendering hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Well, welcome, Facebook followers and those that are on YouTube and watching from any platform that you may have. This is what you call determination. We were ready because I'm always one that likes to be on time. And if
Yes.
I'm not, if I'm not, I think I do a disservice to myself as well as God. But it's just something I had to grow into, and it is what it is. But we're here, and we have a word for you, or in addition to rather, something that's going to encourage you to take you through to the next day, and the next day, and the next day throughout the year. But I wanted to first welcome my co-host, Takira Swan.
Hello, everyone.
It's always good to be working with her. It's amazing how our hearts connect, and God is in it all. And I'm very grateful. I'm thankful. And she also brings in another voice, another perspective from another generation. So I'm a few years older than her. Oh, good. I didn't get a bust out laughing.
No, no.
Good. But Takira, help yourself. Take the floor, take the platform, and just share a little bit.
Okay. So one, I'm very grateful and honored to be volunteering with your organization. And when you expressed to me what you wanted to do some years ago, I knew that this was something I wanted to be a part of just because of how my heart is and how I love to help people and to make people happy, or in
Yeah.
any type of way that I can, just because we have all been either down or discouraged or disappointed, whether it was something big or small. We've all been lied on, lied to, cheated, and
Yeah.
it's just good to help one another. And that's how I was raised, to help people. I've been helping people my whole life, whether people know or realize it or not, just because I just feel like that's what we're put on this earth to do.
Mhm.
Is to help each other to continue and to strive forward and just to be the best that we can be, as cliche as it may sound, like just to be your best self, because life
Yes.
is hard.
Life is
And
hard.
yeah, and 2020 was a doozy. Like 2020 was really showing out.
Too
So
much.
yeah, it's too much. It's doing way too much. And 2020 has really shown me and everyone that life can really like kick you in the behind.
Mhm.
And this is a time, especially now, where we have to come together and help one another and
We
just
definitely do.
encourage each other, just to continue on to go to the next day, even if you're continuing and striving moment by moment. That's what I would like to help people do, and I know that's what you want to help people do as well.
Definitely so. And this project that we have embraced is called Project 365, is where we bring hope, encouragement, and inspiration. 365 days. For 365 days. That's a lot to take on. However, I know it was God inspired. And just for a moment, I just want to speak to you about stepping into something that's bigger than you. And
Mhm.
this is what has been on my heart to do. In the past years, I used to have my signature event for Trophy of Life, what's called Celebration of Survival. And that's where we had selected several individuals who have gone through some of the worst things that you can imagine in life, but they survived it. They survived it and now are thriving. And they were able to take the platform and share their experience, but the good place that they're in now. So it was great. Then I'm asking, well, I know what my purpose is in life, and that is to bring inspiration and uplifting of their spirit. And I get fulfillment out of that. So I'm like, God, what do you want me to do now? And with COVID, the demon that it is, with COVID, of course, we could not gather for that. But the word that I got was to do this Project 365. And of course, it is something that is bigger than me. So that's why I need your help. I need your help, Takira, and I need you, the public, the members, saints, friends. Those people that you do not know, those people that you may know, if they have an experience, if they have an experience that is something that everybody should know, to let others know that I've been through it and you can go through it and come out victorious in it all. It doesn't have to kill you. It may feel like it in the midst of that particular situation. It may feel that it's going to take you out, but no, it won't do that. As long as we continue to keep our eyes on the Lord and hear what He has to say. Now, it's amazing when I said taking on something that's bigger than you, and I know some things popped in your mind what that thing could have been. But if it's bigger than you, usually it's God. But if it's something that you can manipulate, if it's something that you can maneuver, if it's something that you can go to bed and not think about it, it's probably not God, because that thing stays with you until you say, yes, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. And don't look at other people of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what stops us. We
Yes.
look, uh, think about a fence around the house. The fence can stop you from, it can protect you. It can stop you from going to something bigger than you, going to it, as well as experiencing something bigger than you. So we got to look at, do we want to look over the fence to see what the other person is doing, or do we want to maintain what we're already doing, or do we want to actually take on something and step into something that's bigger than us? But the only way you're going to know that is if you hear the voice of the Lord. Listen to the voice of the Lord. As Archbishop has stated, just let Him talk to you. If we take the time to listen, He'll definitely tell us. But stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop,
Yes.
so that you can perform and allow God to manifest through you. It doesn't, everything that God has for you, as the song says, whatever He has for you, it is for you. A
Mm-hmm.
job, a task, a word to be spoken. I mean, it doesn't have to be in a preached type of delivery. As simple as a smile. Well, you can hardly see smiles now with all the masks
Right, with
on,
your mask.
but speak with your eyes. A phone call, a letter, a birthday card, a thinking of you card, a text, just something to let someone else know. And then you know what? That is a ministry. That
Mm-hmm.
is a ministry. When you have some people have a card ministry. They just send cards. Um, and some people, I can't call it, I wasn't going to call it a talking ministry, but some people just talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see the actions in your life. Let me see what God is
Yeah.
doing by the actions that you carry out. Um, this stepping into something that's bigger than you, believe me, the world is looking at your life. They may not go to church. They may not believe in Jesus, but they're looking at the Christ that's in your life, and they don't know per se that it's Christ, but they know it's something different about you. And I encourage you, whatever God has allowed you to experience, whether it's something that involves pain, but always turn your pain into purpose. Turn your pain into purpose. But whatever God has allowed, believe me, when you come through that thing, He will turn it around and allow you to cause it to be ministry. But whatever that ministry piece is, you're looking at it like, this is big. Whatever it is. But God is by your side. God will allow you to do it. And if you feel that, well, God, I can't do that, and usually you do, He brings people into your life. He connects you with people that um, bring to you what you can't do. And as long as you say yes to Him, Oh, it's on. As the other, I think it's the younger generation that says is on and popping.
On and popping.
Yeah, but I just want to encourage you, when you something that's knowing that you, I should do this, I should do that, I should. Faith without works is dead.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, you can talk about it all you want. I'm going to be in business for this or that, but until you put that thing down on paper and act on it, it's just a thought. But God
Mm-hmm.
is there to help you to step into something that's bigger than you. So I just encourage you, whatever it is, even if you want to, that's another thing. If you want to share it with people, sometimes God, well, He will give you the people to share it with, but you cannot share it with everyone.
No.
But talk, not just think it, speak it out so that it can manifest. So this project 365, I'm just telling you, I'll be calling, I'll be texting, because I want to hear about a lot of things that you've stepped, well, a lot of people, not a lot of things that you stepped in, but from a lot of, hear from a lot of people. But that's what's on my heart, Takira. I tell you.
I think that's wonderful. And I just want to say something when you were talking about, being about it and not just talking about it. Let's just think for a moment, guys. Like, it's 2021. Like I stated before, 2020 has been a pretty rough year for a lot of people, but you are still here. And for whatever reason that may be, like, you are still here, you have breath in your body, and it doesn't matter what you've gone through before. My mom always tells me a new day is a new day. It's a new start. As long as you have breath in your body, who cares about what went wrong or what didn't go right the day before? You have another chance to do it again.
That's good.
And I know this year for me and for you as well, like we've been talking before, this is kind of like the year of doing for me. Like, so if I'm nervous about something, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it, scared and everything, because I have to. Life is so short. We've lost so many good people. I know of people who have lost multiple family members in a few short months this year. Like I lost my sister last year, and she was so young, and it just shows me that this is the time where you just have to do what you've been thinking, what your passion is for. Just
Yes.
try it. Just step out there. Like, nothing, like, you can't get any worse than where you are by trying something new. You really can't.
The only way now is up.
Right, seriously. And like she said, just write what you want to do down, write your passions down. Especially when it comes to helping others. Like, don't be fearful in just going out there and trying what you have been thinking and loving, because people are waiting for you. Not, and I'm not talking just about like the saints. I'm talking about people across the world. They're waiting for
Yes.
you to be
Yes.
you. So now this is the year and the time for you to be you. So
Yes.
I just
Yes.
encourage you to do that and take this journey with us, because we are both, as we're doing this project 365, we're both growing every day. We want to
Mhm.
encourage you to come grow with us. Let's be the best us that we can be. So
I love that. Be the
yeah.
best us that we can be. Do not try to be like any other person. The best
No.
person you can be, the best original,
Yes.
the best
Because nobody
original.
can be you.
And you become, and it grows on you. It grows on you in the
Mhm.
sense of, it's amazing. The very first day that we were on live, it might have been us, you and I, actually speaking about the launch.
Mhm.
It's also a part of being determined, a piece of determination,
Mhm.
boldness,
Yeah.
courage. Some things you have to do afraid.
Mhm.
You have to do it afraid, but when you know it's pressing upon you, something that God has given you, and we have to go for it. We really do have to go for it. And many times people put their fleece out. Well, God, if it's you, can you do that? Can you look? Can you make that fish survive out of water? God, can you can you make that light turn green when you know it just was green 2 seconds ago? Come
Mhm.
on, come on. The voice of God is so awesome, but we have to have relationship with Him
Mhm.
so that we know His voice. We know when your mother is calling. You know when your child is calling. because you know his voice, their voice. But I tell you, when you actually have a relationship with the Lord and actually can act on what he says, oh my God, that's the best feeling in the world. Of course, people are going to talk about you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that boldness, that courage, being courageous and all of that and doing it afraid, they're going to talk about you.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to,
And here, you know what? And here's the secret: they're talking about you anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter.
now look, now I don't want to turn, I don't want to turn the deep believers off, but you know how they say, if you if you tell someone to kiss your butt, I mean, even if you tell them to kiss your butt, you should have kissed that side. You should have kissed the
Right,
other side. They're gonna
right.
have something to
Someone
complain
always
about.
has something to say. So so let them say
Yes,
it. And
yes.
you
Let
know,
them
like
say it.
my generation, they say if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping anyway. So just do it. It doesn't matter. Like let them
Wow,
talk.
wow, wow. But I tell you, it's very encouraging and fulfilling when you act on whatever your passion is.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you step into something that's bigger than
Yes.
you. Yeah. But I tell you what, I'm so glad that we were encouraged ourselves to keep going, because today I could not get on the internet. My to do it live, Facebook Live. I could not. We tried it at least 3 times. We're scheduled to come on at 1, and we were ready before 1. So
Mm-hmm.
I extend to everyone our apologies for coming on a little late. We just had to do it a different way. Technology is wonderful when it works, but when it does not, and all I could say, okay, Jesus, I didn't throw anything. I didn't get upset. Nope, not today, not on this project. So, and I do want to thank those who have already begun to sow into Trophy of Life. I picked up a donation on yesterday. This particular person wanted me to have it because she didn't, because of some technical difficulties at a bank. So, but I am so grateful and humbled to know that people want to sow. And I know it's a God work, so they're going to do it. Now, if it were just about Portia, maybe not, but this is God ordained, so I know it's going to happen. With the donations, trophy of life at gmail.com, PayPal using Trophy of Life. Um, I think those are the 2 ways.
Mm-hmm.
But even before I end, I just again want to talk about Project 365 in the sense of the topics that we will cover. And these are just some, not all inclusive, but these are just some. And if you have a topic that you would like to hear about, and all these topics won't be coming from preachers. Some are
Mm-mm.
preachers, some are no names that have a great message. Some are young children, some are teenagers, married, divorced, widowed, all of that. Takira, do you happen to have any topics there that you can add
Yes,
to this?
actually. Let me see here. I have my little list of topics.
Mm-hmm.
So funny because look, I just lost it. But no, so we have about relationships, not just
Yes,
like
yes,
romantic relationships, like relationships with one another,
right,
homelessness, abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction, working with blended families. That's a
true.
big thing. Like I have a blended family. Um, like you said, divorce, teens, children, you know, that generation, see, I'm a millennial, so that generation after me, they are something else. So dealing with that generation and helping them just to stay encouraged and be the best of them that they can be. Veterans, traumatic situations,
Yes,
dealing with
yes.
PTSD, not just with veterans, but with anyone that has trauma in their life. Like, you know, the trauma in our life has a tend to define who we are if we let it, if we don't know how to heal from it properly. So working with that, um, working with sex trafficking, human trafficking is a big passion of mine. Working with gambling, like any situation or any problem that someone may have in life, period.
Mhm.
That's what we are going to talk about. So if you have any suggestions out there, please let us know. Or if you're struggling with anything, please let us know, and we'll have someone on here to talk about it,
Right.
and to discuss it with you. And like she said, not everyone is going to be from a church or from a church background. Some of my best great friends and associates don't go to church. Some of them don't even believe like in the same things that I believe, but we get along so well because they see the love that I have in me. And that's what we're just trying to encourage you to love people for who they are.
Yes.
We're all human
Yes.
beings. Just the love that we show, that's what we want to encourage and bring people in with. Um, so yeah, just anything
It
that we
is.
have, anything that you could be going through, whether it's sickness or any kind of diseases, HIV, autoimmune diseases, cancer, lupus, getting through with that. Having to be, I know a lot of people, especially with COVID, have had to take the role of being a caretaker now, and that could bring a lot of strain and stress onto you personally and to your family, or having to deal with a different dynamic and a new reality now that COVID is here. We'll be talking about that. So, yeah, anything.
That's good. I love it. I love it. And we have time because we have 360 something days
Yes,
to talk about it. And
we have a whole
it's
year.
not always going to be something that may be sad. We may have a comedian here because
Yes,
people have forgotten how to laugh.
yes.
They've forgotten how to laugh. And I'm telling you, um, when that laughter releases a lot of stress from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will have individuals who will show us or encourage and bring some hope to how to balance life,
Yes.
how to balance family, how to balance so many things that they have to do in one day. Uh, we'll talk about what actually do you like to do to relax?
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, my type of relaxation may not look like yours, but it works
Right.
for me. But there are thousands out there that may like to do the same thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll talk about the good, the bad, the indifferent. So I'm going to ask most of all if you would pray for us. Pray
Yes.
for us that we will accomplish with Project 365 what God has so ordained it to be. Okay? Thank you so very much for joining us. Again, we love you and we look for you to join us tomorrow. And pray that my internet will do what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
Oh my God. But I can't, how if you talk about something bad, it's like, come on, you got to talk, rub it. I know I'm going to put some oil on my, no, I'm just kidding. Anywho, thank you so much for joining us. And as I end, what do I usually say, Takira? Who's
Who's
on?
coming on tomorrow? You'll have to tune in to find out.
You got it. You got it. But thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.